Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff at dawn. Below you is a valley filled with mist. Behind you is the life you know, comfortable, predictable, safe. Ahead is a path that disappears into the clouds, uncertain and demanding. Most people glance at that path and turn back. But every once in a while, someone takes a step forward. This is the story of Maya, and it begins the day she decided to step into the unknown. Maya grew up in a world of quiet routines. Her parents worked hard, her teachers praised her good grades. Everyone expected her to follow the path laid neatly in front of her: college, career, security. There was nothing wrong with that path except that it wasn't hers. Deep inside, she felt a constant pull, a restless whisper that there was something more. She wanted to create, to travel, to build a life filled with meaning rather than just comfort. But every time she thought about change, fear flooded her mind. What if she failed? What if people laughed? What if she wasn't good enough? For years, Maya silenced that whisper. She told herself she wasn't ready. She waited for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect confidence. But perfect never came. Then, one rainy evening, while scrolling through endless photos of people chasing dreams she secretly shared, she read a single sentence that changed everything. A year from now, you'll wish you started today. Something in those words struck her like lightning. She realized that waiting was not protecting her. It was trapping her. The next morning, Maya made a quiet decision. She didn't announce it to the world. She didn't need anyone's permission. She simply decided to begin. Her goal was ambitious: to start her own design studio while still working her full-time job. The thought alone terrified her. But she knew that action creates clarity. Motivation doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's generated by movement. Neuroscience confirms this. The brain releases dopamine, the chemical of drive, not when we dream, but when we take a step forward. So Maya took the smallest possible step. She sketched one logo idea before work. She watched one tutorial on weekends. She reached out to one potential client. Small, almost invisible actions, but they began to build momentum. Resistance came quickly. Friends questioned her. Some warned her not to risk stability. Late nights left her exhausted. Self-doubt whispered louder than ever. Her brain, wired for comfort, tried to pull her back to safety. But Maya had learned something powerful. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a compass. The very things that scared her were pointing toward the places she needed to grow. Psychologists call this growth mindset, the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. Each challenge became an opportunity to rewire her brain, to train it to love the process of growth. Failures came, as they always do. Clients rejected proposals, designs flopped, technology glitched. But Maya refused to interpret failure as proof of inadequacy. She treated each setback as feedback. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Maya adopted that attitude. Every mistake became a teacher. Every obstacle became data. Every rejection became redirection. Slowly, her skills sharpened, her confidence grew, and her small side project began to transform into something real. Months passed. Her nights were long, her mornings early, but something inside her had shifted. The girl who once waited for confidence now understood that confidence is earned, not given. Discipline, she discovered, is not punishment, it is the highest form of self-respect. Each time she kept a promise to herself, she built trust in her own strength. Science calls this self-efficacy, the belief that you can produce desired results. With every small win, one satisfied client. One completed project, her brain released dopamine, reinforcing the loop of action and motivation. 1 year after that rainy night, Maya stood inside a tiny studio of her own. It wasn't glamorous. The walls were bare, the furniture mismatched, the future uncertain. But it was hers. She had created something from nothing. The whispers of doubt were still there, but now they were drowned out by the evidence of her own progress. She hadn't waited for permission. She hadn't waited to feel ready. She had simply begun, and the act of beginning had transformed her. Here's the truth her journey revealed. Greatness is not about grand gestures. It's about small, consistent actions repeated long enough to compound into extraordinary results. James Clear calls it the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% each day, you won't be 365% better in a year, you'll be nearly 38 times better. That's the power of compound growth. Maya's life wasn't changed by one massive leap. It was changed by thousands of small steps, taken even when she was tired, scared, or uncertain. Now imagine your own life. Maybe you have a dream you've buried under excuses. Yes. Maybe you're waiting for the right time, the right skills, the right confidence. But perfect conditions will never come. Your brain will always whisper reasons to wait, to stay safe, to remain comfortable. That's not weakness, that's biology. But biology is not destiny. You can rewire your mind through action. Every time you step forward, no matter how small, you create a new neural pathway, a new story about who you are and what you're capable of. Think about where you could be 1 year from now if you start today. You could be standing in a new career, a stronger body, a healthier relationship, a life filled with meaning. Or you could be in the same place you are right now, still waiting, still doubting, still telling yourself that someday you'll begin. But someday is not on the calendar, only today is.
The path ahead of you is not easy.
It will demand discipline, resilience, and courage. You will face setbacks, will question yourself. You will want to quit. But remember, Maya, remember that confidence comes from action, not the other way around. Remember that failure is feedback, not final. Remember that every small step compounds into something unimaginable. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture your future self, the version of you who started today, who fought through fear, who refused to settle. They are stronger, they are wiser, they are proud, and they are waiting for you to begin. So take the first step. Write the email. Sign up for the class. Make the call. Lace the shoes. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't let fear dictate the story of your life. The path is uncertain, but the reward is certain. A life fully lived, a dream realized, a future built by your own hands. The mist will clear as you walk. The strength will grow as you climb. The life you've imagined is not waiting for luck or chance. It's waiting for you to begin. Start today. Your future self is counting on you.